The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, 121 Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, just off Exit 5 in Wood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring, 6342 Winchester Avenue in Wood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, 105 Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center, 115 Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Ollie's VIP North Side at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Arndt McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. And D&N Auto Specialist off Tavern Road, Martinsburg.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
And a very pleasant good evening across the eastern Panhandle, or wherever you may be tuning in. Welcome into Klein Court. We're at Musselman High School in the southern end of Berkeley County, where it's the Broadfording Christian Lions in town taking on the Musselman Applemen. For Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 Sports, I am Matt Crawford, joined to my left by Matt Miller doing the color commentary this evening. John Alderton is our TV 10 cameraman, and Colin McLaughlin is back at the studio as our station engineer. Well, Matt, we were here on Sunday, and it was a game that I'm sure for the Applemen they would like to have back, a tough one against the Morgantown Mohegans, a 99-51 loss in that one, trying to rebound against a Broadfording Christian team that while they've been on the floor a lot, you can't really say in true game fashion. You'll explain that one more as we go along.
Yeah, when you look at a private school against a public school in this setting, it is one of those situations where you see just how diverse things can be in the midst of this COVID virus. Musselman finally getting a chance to get on the floor on Sunday, as you mentioned, did not go the way they wanted, although there were some definite bright spots in that game. They played a very solid opening quarter. Midway through that second quarter was when Morgantown began to take charge, and well, it continued through that second half. But for the Applemen, they had 14, 15, 16 practices at most. Berkeley County did not get that week of preparation and strength and conditioning that others may have gotten because the county was still red on that COVID color map. So it's been limited time and really learning on the run, if you will, in that game on Sunday. Meanwhile, for Broadfording Christian, as a private school, they've been in school through much of the pandemic, even as we've seen Faith Christian Academy and some of our other private schools here in Berkeley County. So with the students there, they've been able to get out and participate and play some games. Their head coach is Gabe Hirsch in his second year, and as I was talking with him and just asked him, Coach, I haven't been able to find anything online. Give me an idea what your record is. And literally he said, I don't know what it is. And I thought, how can you not know? Well, here it is. He said, as a private school, they've been able to join what is an impromptu league. It's not a sanctioned type of league, but he said, we've been playing games a lot of weekends, and those games are in tournament settings and even against like AAU type of teams, so they don't officially count on a record or count on a schedule for us. So he said, I'm saying we're about 6-8, but we played a few more games than that.
Well, what we do know is 7 returns from this Broadfording Christian team a season ago, and this is a team that we've now seen 3 straight years. It was the Skip Fowler Memorial Basketball Tournament 2 years ago where they played Spring Mills in the opening round. Didn't play Sunday, but did play in that Saturday game, or Friday, Saturday, whichever order it was that year. And then last year, it was the Martinsburg Bulldogs with a home-and-home against the Lions of Broadfording Christian. So a unique roster, always top to bottom. A lot of foreign players this year. A few less than what we've seen the last few years, but always a fun game to call with the private school out of Hagerstown, Maryland. All right, that is our matchup. A 2-minute break to take back to the studio, then we are back for more of the pregame show. This is West Virginia High School Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Hey football fans, it's your friendly alarm professional, Ben Copenhaver with Dynamark Atlantic Security. Who do you trust to keep your family and valuables safe? Integrity, trust, and professionalism are all reasons why Dynamark is the choice for home and business security in the Eastern Panhandle. Dynamark is proud to serve the community and be your first choice for alarm solutions. Don't become a statistic of crime today. Phone Dynamark Security to protect your tomorrow. Phone 304-671-2158.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
To the pregame show, we are at Klein Court in Inwood, West Virginia, as we prepare for Broadfording Christian taking on the Musselman Appleman. Matt, let's start and take a look at this Broadfording team. Again, a team we've seen several times over the past few seasons, and led by a couple of big names that have really been playing since they were sophomores and playing pretty consistently. Looking at Yaroslav Zamruid, last year averaged just around 11 points each game. Nikita Panazov from the Ukraine, 6'7" man down low, a beast down low in the paint. He averaged about 9 a game. And Paulius Kozlauskis from Lithuania, again, a tall kid down low at 6'5", averaging 11.5 a game. And you look at the scoring they were able to bring in from last year, and you also look at the size mismatch that Musselman is going to have down low.
Well, in talking with Coach Hirsch, he was saying that injuries have hurt his team a little bit as this season has gone along. They've got a young man, Marko Milanovic, who was not on this team last year, but came in this year, and he said really got off to a nice start to the season, but is down with an ankle injury and will not be able to return as this season goes on. And for Paulius Kozlauskis, who you were just talking about, their big man inside, he said early on in the year he was averaging 20 points a game, and then began to have a little bit of an issue with his leg. Wasn't able to, get the shots over the front of the rim. Things just falling a little short, just not quite the touch that he had been having. And as he got that examined, it was a strain of some sort, and that has hampered him throughout the season. So he said, he's been able to play one game, but then needs a few days off to let that heal and then be able to get back out again. So he hasn't been able to be on the floor as much as he would like to, or as much as the coaching staff would like to have him out there. But all in all, it's a team that does have some talent. It's a matter of being able to bring that talent together right now against these public school programs.
Yeah, and looking at just kind of backtracking to last year, I remember the game, especially the one up at Broadfording, where we were able to see them against the Martinsburg Bulldogs. They hung tight with what was a very good Martinsburg team last year through the first 3 quarters in that one, so definitely some talent on that team. Off to our right, getting their warm-up started, and the Musselman Appleman in those green warm-ups. And one game so far, not a great one against Morgantown, but looking at Morgantown, we saw them twice. They're hands down one of the best teams in the state, if not the best team in the state after the first week of play. So you take that one with a grain of salt. Only a few practices in. It was the first game of the season, but while the final score may not have looked like there was a whole lot to write home about, I think individually you look at a kid like Brendan Dolman, who played very well in that game. Jordan Holmes, who played very well in that game. Dolman, a senior, Holmes, just a junior, and they were able to shine. And one of the keys you had to look at in that game was TJ Stuckey going out with foul trouble early clearly, I think, hurt them down the stretch, especially down low against a big guy like Carson Poffenberger from Morgantown.
Yeah, it did, and Stuckey was never really able to get going offensively. Ended up with 8 points in the game, and I would expect him to be a double-digit scorer by the time this season ends. There were some tough moments, but I tell you, some bright spots. I thought Trenton Wolf, the 5'7" junior guard, handled the ball well at times. There were obviously those moments, and the team did have 20 turnovers. turnovers, but, he pushed the ball up the floor. He found open guys. He made some great passes. Horner, especially Isaiah Horner, did a tremendous job moving without the basketball, cutting towards the rim, and the recipient of some of those passes from Wolf, they certainly got into the paint, got to the rim, made some shots, did some things well, but just could not keep up with that Morgantown team as the game continued to play out.
We talked about the size difference and the mismatch that it's going to be down low for Musselman. That means what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to pick it up in the intensity category, and they're going to have to get a lot of transition baskets and be able to do what Morgantown did against them in the game on Sunday, and they're going to have to be pretty spot on from beyond the arc, because you look at 6'7" Apanazov, you look at 6'5" Paulos Kozlowskis, and Musselman really didn't have anybody down low that can body those guys in the paint. Connor Long, 6'5", is the tallest player on this team, and that's a lot to ask of Long and a lot to ask of TJ Stuckey, who's also going to play down low a lot.
So I think you've got to be able to get some ball pressure to be able to force the guards of Broadfording Christian and not allow them to be able to come down, set up their offense, and dump the ball into those big guys. So if you can keep some pressure on the guy with the ball and not give him that passing lane or that opportunity to set that offense and get it to the big guy, that would certainly help. And as you said, if you can force some turnovers, if you can inbound quickly and work it down the floor on your offensive end, you might be able to get some buckets that way.
Both teams now on the floor getting in their warm-up shots. We have another 2-minute break to take back at the studio. When we come back, we'll hear from 19th-year head coach Derek Basile and get his thoughts on the game Sunday and what he's looking forward to in tonight's matchup against the Broadfording Christian Lions. That coming up next in the pregame show. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Shh, sorry. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandSmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TripsFloorSanding.com.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Welcome back into Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10's coverage of West Virginia high school basketball. Presenting sponsors for our coverage are Smallwood & Small Insurance and the Cider Press restaurant right here in Inwood, just off of Exit 5. Again, a tough one on Sunday for Musselman against the Morgantown Mohegans. That's where we got our conversation started with 19th-year Musselman head coach Derek Basile and what he saw from his team in the tough loss.
Well, when you look at the film,
pull that one back down. That was Dave Rogers from last night. So let's see if we can find Derek Basile here. You know, we're going to start from this is a bad spot to try to get Derek Basile on the air. Thought it was perfectly done. Let's try this again. Here is 19th year Musselman head coach Derek Basile.
Well, I think the thing that was a little disappointing is I don't think we I don't think we competed well enough on the boards. They just killed us on the boards, and we just weren't. We let them push us out too much on offense. So that's the things we worked on yesterday. Just getting better, doing the things we do, not worrying about the Morgantown game, not worrying about Broadfording, just doing the things that we do best.
When you look at the first quarter in that game, you guys pretty much toe for toe with them. How do you try to find that intensity for 4 quarters?
Well, I think what happened in the second quarter is we did what we talked about not doing. We didn't reverse the ball. We shot quick shots, and we didn't rebound the basketball. And when we shot quick shots, they took those and made them convert on the other end. And next thing you know, it goes from being up 2 or 3 to being down 13 in a blink of an eye.
How much did it hurt having TJ Stuckey in foul trouble early in that game?
I think it hurt us because TJ is such a good rebounder. He's still got 9 rebounds, even up and playing limited minutes. So it did hurt us. But the other guys got to step up. Our guards didn't do a good enough job rebounding.
You mentioned practice yesterday. With it being such a difficult offseason and just trying to get practices in early this year, how important is each and every time you can get on the practice floor?
It's important. Normally we would, that would have been a prep day and a kind of a walk-through. That was a full-go practice for us, and we're going to do more of that this year to try to get sharp, because we're not there yet.
Broadfording tonight, what do you see in them so far this year? A few games underneath their belt, like Morgantown had on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, they have 3 good players. The point guard's good. They have another guard, it's a slasher, who's a left-handed player, and they got a big guy that can play. So they got 3 good players. We got to push them up and down the floor, try to get into their bench a little bit, and I think we'll have a chance to be successful if we do that.
First game in a school day. How much impact do you think that's going to have, actually, a kid's full day at school and having to add a game on top of that?
I think routine's important, for basketball players, for coaches. This is more the routine. Wake up, go to school, go through your classes, then prepare after the day and get ready to play the game. It's a little more on par for us.
Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Musselman head coach Derek Basil, and Matt, you got to think these players like having that routine back. This is the first time they've been able to get up, go to school, have that normal after-school routine, although I'm sure a little bit different because kids probably not allowed to hang around the gym, probably have to go home, then come back. But it's got to be nice to get back into that routine because it's been so long since these kids have probably done that. Even the fall sports kids, you're talking late October since they've been able to really have that true routine of going into school, then getting ready for a game afterwards.
So much of athletics is a routine, right? Those routines you have in your pregame warm-ups, those routines you like to have going into the locker room. You might eat a certain meal. You might, put your shoes on a certain way. All of those things that some might call rituals. Some might, even call those ideas that, I have to do this, right? Or I won't play well. But either way, routines are huge in athletics. And anything that can help these kids to get back to some normalcy after what this last year has been. And remember, it was the 11th of March 1 year ago when everything shut down at the girls basketball tournament. And what was supposed to be, hey, just a couple of weeks, we'll get through this. Well, here we are, almost 1 full year. It's been a long time.
Yeah, what a year it has been for sure. Another 2-minute break to take back at the studio. Then we are back, and we'll take a look around the Eastern Panhandle. Some games in action tonight, boys and girls, and we'll get an idea of what everybody has done to start out this 2021 basketball season coming up next. This is West Virginia High School Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TD10.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078. Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Show. Just a few minutes left before starting lineups and the opening tip. It's the Broadfording Christian Lions in Inwood taking on the Musselman Appleman. Time to take a look at what else is going on around the area. And, Matt, let's start with last night, a game we had right here. The Martinsburg Bulldogs get their first win of the season, 1-1, following a 59-50 win over the Colonels of James Wood. I think it's good for the Dogs to get that first win, but I think still a lot to work on. And Dave Rogers said pretty much the same thing when we talked to him on Miller Time today.
Yes, good to get that victory. You'd rather have that than a loss, but still not where they would like to be, not executing on the offensive end. But he stressed, more importantly, not executing on the defensive end the way that he would like to see his team. And hopefully with a number of returning players from a season ago, they'll be able to develop that chemistry, get in those right positions, and hold each other accountable and get it done on the floor as the season goes along.
What did he say to close out the interview? We're not there, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yep.
Want to look at the other boys' scores from yesterday?
Yeah, let's do it. Start with yesterday, do boys and girls, and we'll take a look at what else is going on this Tuesday night of high school basketball.
You mentioned Martinsburg being 1-1. Jefferson is now 1-1 after a season-opening win over James Wood over the weekend. They lost at Sharando yesterday, 63-62 the final. So a close game there. And Washington likewise is now 1-1 after their loss against Morgantown on Friday of last week to open the season. Washington won at Millbrook, 59-52. So you're talking Hedgesville off to the 2-0 start. Musselman with a chance to get to 1-1 with a win tonight. And Martinsburg, Jefferson, and Washington all 1-1 in the early going. Looks like this could be a tight EPAC and what is really regional and sectional that it's just going to be a lot of fun as the year plays out.
Yeah, and that's what you want. I mean, it's high school sports. You want as much a competitive nature as you can possibly get, and it looks early on like that's what we're going to get come the end of the season.
Let's look to girls' action from yesterday as Martinsburg dropped their second straight to open the season, falling at Frankfort 62-58. It was Millbrook winning at Spring Mills 60-41. The Lady Cardinals have dropped their first two games. Jefferson is off to the 2-0 start as they got the win over Sharando 52-29. And Hampshire hands Washington their second loss in as many games, 45-33 in that one. That sets up play today. Matt, on the girls' side, just one game. Martinsburg is at Jefferson tonight. That is a makeup of a game that would have been last Thursday, but as a result of the snow and the weather and so forth, the COVID color map at the very beginning of everything, both teams did not get in the 14 practices, wanted to make sure they had time to get everybody ready to go, and so they moved that game from last Thursday to tonight. So that's going on in girls play, the only game tonight on the girls' side. On the boys' side, Sharando is at Hedgesville tonight where the Eagles are looking to improve to 3-0. We've got the game here between Musselman and Broadfording, and Washington is at James Wood. Let's see how that one plays out after the Colonels were on the floor last night at Martinsburg.
A full gauntlet tonight. We will try to give you scores if we can find any. Not the easiest with the COVID protocols, trying to find scores from all of these games with not a whole lot of media to go around here in the Eastern Panhandle. But if we do have scores, we will send them your way if possible. All right, one more 2-minute break to take. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starters for each of these squads. Then the opening tip right around the corner. This is West Virginia High School Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
In the Klein Court, time to take a look at the starting lineups in tonight's action. Let's start with the visiting Broadfording Christian Lions. They come in with a record of roughly 6-8. Again, a lot of travel ball for the private school in Hagerstown, so we will look into that a little bit more as we go along here. They are led by second-year head coach Gabe Hurst. Their starting lineup looks like this. Number 3, Yaroslav Zamareevs, a 6'2", a senior. He's from the Ukraine. Number 5, Nikita Apanazov, a 6'7" senior from the Ukraine as well. Tyler Remsburg, a 5'9" senior right here in the U.S. of A. is where he hails from. Apollos Kozlaskis, number 30, is a 6'5" senior from Lithuania, and we do not know yet the 5th starter for Broadfording Christian. We'll know that one here in just a few moments and when they get on the floor. Let's go to the Musselman Applemen. They come in with a record of 0-1, led by 19th-year head coach Derek Basil. Their starting 5, the same as it was on Sunday. At guard, a 5'7" junior, number 4, Trenton Wolf. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 15, Isaiah Horner. At forward, a 6'2" junior, number 24, Jordan Holmes. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 33, Brendan Doman. And at forward/center, a 6'3" senior, number 34, T.J. Stuckey. That is your starting 5 for each team here for the matchup at Klein Court this evening, as both teams about a minute left in their warm-ups before we get action underway.
Yeah, anxious to see how this one plays out. As you can see, Broadfording on the floor. You know, you talking about that size that you were mentioning earlier, something certainly that Musselman is going to have to deal with. And as you heard from Coach Basil, his goal, hey, let's see if we can get up and down the floor against this team. They did run very well in that first half against Morgantown, so let's see if Musselman can do that in this one tonight as well.
And something interesting about this roster for Broadfording Christian, you and I thought this may be the case back at the studio, but this is a roster that pretty much top to bottom is JV and varsity combined, so you'll see a lot of kids that are those swing players that do both JV and varsity. One of those could be our 5th starter in Boren Dogan.
And that is it. With the injuries and, as you said, that roster situation, one of the reasons why Coach Hirsch in his second year, when I said, hey, starting 5, he ran through 4 and said, you know, I don't really know who it's going to be yet as that 5th starter.
All right, we will close out the pregame and send it back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout, and that will cover the national anthem here and the starting lineups to those on hand that are family members and siblings. On the 2-minute break, then we're back for the opening tip here from Klein Court. This is West Virginia High School Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
National anthem wrapping up here at Klein Quarters. We're just about ready to get underway. We do have a fifth starter for Broadfording Christian. It is number 13, a 6-foot sophomore from Turkey, Boren Dogan. And we're given those countries because we really don't ever get to do that. It really is almost like a foreign roster coming in, but really just coming right down I-81 from Hagerstown.
Yeah, you're looking at a pair of players from the Ukraine, one from Cyprus, one from Turkey, one from Lithuania, and with Marko Milanovic not getting a chance to play in this one due to injury, honestly, we did not get to find out what country he came from or comes from. So there are others on the roster as well, an international flair.
Once again, no tip as part of the WVSSAC protocols. Broadfording will get the basketball first.
Matt,
go ahead.
I just want to point out, Nikita Apanazov is on the bench right now, so not actually in the starting lineup. It is Mattis Limburger wearing the number 14 jersey that takes his spot.
Little switcheroo for you as Broadfording Christian starts with the basketball in the blue uniforms. The yellow numbers on the front and BFA for Broadfording Christian Academy, BCA rather, across the front, and Musselman in the white home uniforms. Ball going around the perimeter. No shots put up yet in this one. A ball tipped by Dolman, not going back the other way. Stuckey had it momentarily, working up to Dolman. He is fouled just as he gets into the front court by Tyler Remsburg. That'll be his first foul on the team as well.
Just a little bit of a lazy pass and a nice job by, I believe it was, as you said, Stuckey that was able to get a hand on it, tip it away, and then Musselman able to get that steal on the first possession.
Wolf brings it into the front court. He is running the point. Sends it over to Horner, now down the right side. Driving in TJ Stuckey, drives baseline, had it, decided not to take it and send it back around. Quick ball movement around the perimeter. Wolf driving in left side. Puts it up. That one no good, but an offensive rebound up and in. Believe that was 24 Holmes.
It was Jordan Holmes on the backside. So Wolf drives the left baseline. Crashing down the right baseline was Holmes. And when that shot was a little too strong, he was in perfect position for the putback.
Broadfording Christian's first shot of the game with 3. That one no good from the right wing by Remsburg, but an offensive rebound. It'll stay Lions basketball. Dogan has it on the left wing. He'll try another 3. That one too strong off the back of the iron. TJ Stuckey gets the defensive rebound. Matt, in the short time he played on Sunday, 9 rebounds.
And Stuckey was outside the arc when that shot went up, and he came flying down the lane to grab that rebound.
He has the basketball now. A spin shot, puts it up in the low block with the left hand. A pretty shot by TJ Stuckey for his first basket of the game. Musselman leads 4-0 here at home.
Yeah, low post left side, and he had a guy in his face. Did a nice job to fight through that pressure and put it in.
Floater in the lane, that one too strong off the back of the iron for Kozlowskis, but another offensive rebound. Kozlowskis now going to try a 3 from the right side. That one a little short, but a third opportunity offensively, and let's try. 3's a wild number here, as now we get a foul offensively. That one going to go, I believe, on number 13, Boren Dogan, trying to fight off Trenton Wolf for that offensive rebound.
Yeah, they'll call Dogan for a push to be able to get the advantage, to get the defender out of the way in front of him and then go up and bring down that rebound. Now we get a Panazov checking into the lineup and replacing Limburger, who ended up getting that really emergency start, if you will.
Horner sends it to Holmes, driving in, short jump shot from the right side. That one no good, but Holmes able to get an offensive rebound. Fires down low and finishing at the rim, Isaiah Horner, his first basket of the evening. 6-0 is the Appleman lead.
Beautiful pass to get that offensive rebound, and Holmes had the play right in front of him and was able to dump it down low to give Horner the easy 2.
Driving baseline is Dogan, has that one taken away by TJ Stuckey. Now Wolf bringing it up with the left hand into the front court. Dolman with a little bit of a head fake. He'll drive in, 15-foot jump shot off the left side of the iron. That one no good. Holmes getting the rebound, has that one poked away. Loose ball, corralled in by Boren Dogan. Line basketball, bounce pass up. That one intercepted by Trenton Wolf. The intended target was number 5, Panazov. Now working quickly back the other way. That shot no good for Dolman. And some quick basketball working up and down the floor. Now an open shot. That one 15-foot on the right side. No good off the side of the iron. Putting that one up was Tyler Remsburg. Musselman basketball now into the front court. Holmes driving in the lane. Contact made. Puts up the floater with the right hand. That one no good. And we'll see if they give him the shot on that one or if that's on the floor.
Remsburg picks up his second foul early on in this one. And for head coach Gabe Hirsch and his assistant, Louis Reed, they're going to have to be careful. Not a real deep team at this moment in time.
Timeout by Coach Hirsch. Will take the 30-second break as well. Musselman leads 6-0. 5:05 remaining in quarter number 1. We're back in 30 seconds.
The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
Welcome back into Klein Court. 5:05 remaining in the opening quarter. It is all Musselman so far. 6-0 over Broadfording Christian. It is Musselman basketball following the foul on the timeout. Baseline inbound goes to TJ Stuckey on the right side. That one poked away, loose ball. Dogan able to run it down, looking for a teammate, ends up firing it off the side of the backboard. It stays Broadfording basketball quickly into the front court. Zomer Weave, floater in the lane, up and good. The first basket of the day for Broadfording Christian is from Yaroslav Zomer Weave.
Yeah, very nice. The senior moving from right to left into the lane. Got right in front of the basket. Great job to square his shoulders and float that one in.
Holmes going to try a 3 from the left wing. That one side of the iron, no good, but an offensive rebound. That's Isaiah Horner. Working down low, Dolman going to try the low block hook shot. That one blocking. You're seeing that size early for Broadfording Christian. They've had a few blocks. Panazov has that one blocked away out of bounds, and last touching him before going out of bounds. Good defense back the other way for Brendan Dolman.
I was going to say, Dolman got a hand on it. That deflected the ball just enough that as Panazov was trying to grab it and ended up going out of bounds off his fingertips.
Musselman basketball. That is Horner going to try the 3 from the right wing. That one off the side of the iron, no good. Rebound for Panazov down low. A little bit of backcourt pressure put on by Brendan Dolman. Broken easily. Now Dogan brings him to the front court for Broadfording Christian. Kozlowskis sends it down low. That's a Panazov with it on the low block. Back out to Kozlowskis. Now playing catch with a Panazov. He has it in the lane. Decides to kick it out. Now Braun Dogan going to take a right wing three. That one no good. Poked out of bounds. It'll stay. Lion basketball.
A good effort by Kozlowskis as he had Dolman in front of him, but was able to leap over top without going over the back, keep that one alive, and eventually out of bounds off Dolman.
Inbounds pass goes to the left wing. That three too strong off the back of the iron for Kozlowskis. Goes out of bounds. That one last touching Musselman on the way out. It'll stay. Lion basketball. Boy, they've had several offensive opportunities and not able to connect a whole lot so far. 6-2, 3:44 remaining in the opening quarter.
Yeah, if they could get hot in their shooting, it'll be a different story. But right now they have started ice cold.
Kozlowskis sends it over to Zombie. A little hesitation, drives in. That shot off the side of the iron, no good. Now Wolf sends it to Horner. Quickly working into the offensive zone. Great pass to Stuckey in the lane and can't finish. Gets his own rebound and does connect on the second opportunity. TJ Stuckey.
Once again, great ball movement by Musselman. I've really been impressed in these first two games that we've seen them, how they distribute the basketball. A miss by Stuckey, but he stayed with it and got his own putback.
Sommerweave has it on the right side, looking down low. He's got a Panazov on the low block. Looking to send it back out. That's Sommerweave again. Again playing catch with a Panazov. He'll try the turnaround jump shot in the lane. That one too strong off the back of the iron. And Holmes there for the rebound. Bounce pass to Wolf, bring it into the front court. And a great bounce pass to a cutting TJ Stuckey. Finishes with the left hand. Great pass from Trenton Wolf.
Yeah, once again, they are getting the basketball in the right place at the right time. And those cutters doing a great job without the ball going to the basket.
10-2 lead for Musselman. 2:40 on a running clock here in the first quarter from Klein Court. Driving baseline is Kozlowskis looking across the court. That one poked out of bounds for Trenton Wolf. It'll stay Broadfording basketball. The intended target was Yaroslav Zomerweave.
Wolf just a little frustrated. He got a hand on it but could not keep it from going out of bounds.
Jacob Schiffler in the game for the first time for Broadfording Christian. Driving in the lane is Zomerweave. Puts up the floater. That one up and good. 10-4. Now Musselman's lead cut to 6, 2:25 remaining in the opening quarter. Jump step in the lane now. Stuckey with it at the foul line. Looking outside for Caleb Hardy rather. Pulling a U from last night, combining a couple of names. Caleb Hardy on the right side throws that one away. Turnover, Musselman Broadfording basketball.
Yeah, just a little too close for that pass as far as that passing lane, and a little too much mustard on it, went right by him.
Dogan going to try the three from straight away. That one a little too strong off the back of the iron. TJ Stuckey, another defensive rebound, Musselman basketball. Pass down low now. Cutting Brendan Dolman finishes with the right hand off the glass.
Once again, a good movement without the ball. You see that lane, cut to the basket, and present yourself, and Musselman finding the open guy.
Contested running jump shot in the lane. Paulus Kozlowskis banks it up and in. Now quickly going back the other way for Musselman over the head of Connor Long, who was in the lane. Turnover, Appleman.
I've got just 3 turnovers in the early going for Musselman, 5 turnovers in the early going for Broadfording Christian. Broadfording beginning to heat up just a little bit, beginning to knock down some shots that they weren't making early on, including, as you mentioned, some difficult ones like that last one from Kozlowskis.
12-6, 90 seconds remaining in quarter number 1 here from Musselman. It's Lions basketball. Good defense for Brendan Dolman on Kozlowskis. Now sends it back out top. Sommerweave with it. Pinning the basketball to his hip now. Going to try a three. Just right up straight away and knocks that one down. Yaroslav Zomerweave. He's got 7 early. Quickly back the other way. Holmes had it. Now sends it back out to Dolman on the right side. Cross-court pass. Caleb Hardy, a little hesitation. Driving in the lane. Contact made. It'll be a baseline inbound for the Appleman.
Jacob Schiffler, junior forward, going to pick up that personal. Broadfording now called with 4 fouls. Musselman yet to commit a foul.
Hardy with the basketball on the left side, looking to drive in the paint. Nothing there. Now Holmes going to try the right side. Stuckey quickly working it around to Dolman. Inside to Long at the foul line. Nowhere to go, poked away. That one taken away by Boron Dogan. 50 seconds left in quarter number 1. Lions basketball.
A good defense at the high post by Broadfording and able to get the steal.
Sommerweave kicks it out to Garrett Klein. Now back around the top and around the horn. Good defense on that right side on Dogan. Now trying a little bit of a trap. That one picked off by Connor Long, working quickly. A 4-on-2 opportunity. Poked away. Great job in transition defense by number 13, Braun Dogan, to keep that one what looked like it was going to be an easy basket for the Applemen.
Yeah, very good job to get into that passing lane, knock it away, and force the inbounds.
Baseline inbound for Musselman, sending Jordan Holmes deep to get that one, a few steps in front of midcourt. And will Musselman hold for the last shot? It certainly looks like it. Hardy using that left-hand dribble. Now taking some time off that clock, which now reads 17 seconds and counting. That's Stolman with it straight away. Looking for a guy cutting, that is Hardy. He's going to try the three from the left corner. That one off the back of the iron, no good. Jump ball down low as Connor Long was tied up with Yaroslav Zammerweed. Possession arrow going to stay with Musselman. 6.3 seconds left in the opening quarter.
Got a pretty good look that time from Caleb Hardy in that left corner. Just came off the back iron. Great battle for the rebound, and with the held ball, Musselman gets one more chance.
12-9, Musselman's lead. Yeah, they'd like to add another basket before the half. Sending Caleb Hardy deep. 4 seconds left. Hardy, a bounce pass down low. That one kicked before getting to its intended target. And another inbound for the Applemen with 2.1 seconds left.
Yeah, had Logan Herring down along that left low block. Wanted to bounce the pass to him. The ball got kicked. It was grabbed by Long, but they had blown the whistle.
Inbound goes too long. He's going to try the three from the right side. Too strong off the iron. The horn sounds. We are through the first quarter of action, and Musselman's lead over Broadfording Christian is 12-9. We're back in 1 minute for the second quarter. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Welcome back into Klein Court. Broadfording Christian basketball. They found themselves down by 3. Musselman leading 12-9. Matt, it was a 6-0 run and a 10-2 run to start the game for the Applemen. And Broadfording Christian starting to knock down some shots.
Yeah, they had open looks early on, just weren't hitting them. They're beginning to warm up just a little bit in this one.
Kozlowskis back to Dogan. Over to Zamariv on the right wing. Working the ball around the three-point arc, and that goes down low. And Garrett Klein was the intended target, went through his hands. Turnover, Musselman basketball.
Yeah, good job Logan Herring picking it up along the baseline.
Baseline floater in the lane. Driving in from the right side is Horner.
Matt Musselman switching up, going to a zone defense to start this second half and getting a turnover on that first possession.
Dogan going to try a three from the right wing. That one no good, and some contact made as reaching through Trent Wolf was Paulius Kozlowskis, his first foul of the game.
That is team foul number 5. So keep an eye on that. Musselman could be getting some free throws as Broadfording has just one more foul to give before they would be putting Musselman at the line for the 1-and-1.
Nikita Panazov back in the game for Broadfording Christian, and we quickly get another foul. That one's going to go on 1-3. Boren Dogan, his second of the game.
Yeah, he and Remsburg each now have 2 fouls. Coach Hirsch thought perhaps Dogan had gotten that one cleanly. Checks with the official who says, nope, got him on the arm.
Inbound goes into the backcourt where Trent Wolf runs it down, now brings it into the front court with that left-hand dribble. Working to his right, trying to work behind Horner, but Boren Dogan doing a good job of cutting that lane. Wolf now on the right side again, trying to drive baseline, and a lot of height there. Cutting in the lane was Logan Herring, went off of his chest. Now numbers back the other way for Broadfording Christian, and just a bad pass from Yaroslav Zammerweave. Back the other way, and another turnover and some sloppy basketball to start quarter number 2 here in Inwood.
Well, each of these teams wanting to get the ball up and down the floor as quickly as they can, try to get those fast break buckets before the defense for the other team can get down and get set up. And in both cases, you had just an ill-advised pass that goes off the hands of the intended target.
Quickly into the front court. Kozlowskis had it. Now sends it back out top to Dogan. Dogan, no intent in dribbling that basketball. Now gets it back on the left side. 3 ball now from the left corner. That one rattles around. No good. Put up by Pauls Kozlowskis. Loose ball down low. Panazov gets that offensive rebound. Sends it out to Zomaruev. He knocks down the 3.
Oh, boy. Yaroslav Zomaruev really having a great first half.
Isaiah Horner quickly back the other way. Floater with the right hand. Just a little short off the side of the iron. Defensive rebound for Nikita Panazov. Quickly back the other way. Driving left side. That floater with the left hand, no good for Kozlowskis. And quickly back the other way now for the Applemen.
Yeah, rebound got tipped out where Herring grabbed it near the foul line, got it off to Holmes, and now Musselman will settle in offensively.
14-12 is the score. Warner, a little hesitation, looking to drive baseline. Looks like he just dribbles it off his knee.
Yep, lost control of that dribble, and I've got 7 Appleman turnovers and 7 Broadfording turnovers.
Story of this game so far. 14-12, under 6 to play before the half here in Inwood.
Well, don't look now, but Broadfording, after the slow start with a 3-point bucket here, could take the lead.
Right side, that's Schiffler. Cross-court pass to Dogan. Dogan, a little hesitation. He's going to drive in, and a lot of contact as he goes up with the shot. That foul going to be a shooting foul on Isaiah Horner. At the first foul of the game for Musselman.
Boren Dogan gave the little ball fake, dribbled to his left, got down to that baseline, and then again gave the ball fake on the shot, and that got Horner in the air and then reaching to try to block it, and he gets called for the foul.
Dogan's first foul shot short off the front of the iron. And that's the first foul shot we've seen in this game so far on either side.
Yeah, just 1 3-pointer made by Broadfording in the opening quarter. They now have a second here in this second quarter.
Second foul shot up and through. 14-13, Broadfording Christian back within 1. And we get another turnover. It was Horner looking down low for Logan Herring, and Herring just has it go off of his left hand out of bounds. Musselman certainly giving the Lions plenty of opportunities to get back in this game, but on the flip side, Broadfording Christian giving Musselman enough opportunities to stretch this lead out.
Connor Long, by the way, checking back into the lineup along with Brendan Dolman for Musselman.
Paulus Kozlowskis brings it into the front court for Broadfording Christian. Far side of the court from us. Now with the basketball is Zomaruev. Finds Boren Dogan cutting baseline. He now stands on that left side. Panazov with it at that foul line, tightly guarded by Long. Panazov going to go in, and we get a traveling violation and another turnover for Broadfording Christian.
Yep, they're now up to 8 turnovers. Not a bad move by Panazov, but good defense there as Long held his own and forced Panazov to really take that extra step on his spin move.
5:07 on the clock here from Klein Court. Hardy using a few fancy dribbles. Now the ball working around to Holmes straight away. Thought about that 3. Instead, sends it down low to Connor Long on the low block. Spin move, hook shot. That one too strong, missed everything. And an easy rebound for Schiffler going back the other way.
Yeah, put that shot up perhaps just a little too quickly. Nice move inside against the big fella, but couldn't complete.
Panazov finds Zomaruev cutting through the lane. A good opportunity. Just couldn't corral the basketball in enough to get a shot.
Yeah, and then was surrounded by Musselman Appleman. Just had to get it back out, and they reset.
Panazov really working down low on Connor Long, and you see the size difference right there. Long wanted a little bit of a shoulder being put into his chest and said he's going to be the one getting called with the foul.
In this case, I've got to agree with Connor Long. Panazov with that good size, but did dip that shoulder just a little bit. Coach Derek Basile, and let's see, a long time here with this Musselman program, asking the official about it on that far sideline.
Paulus Kozlowskis, a hook shot in the lane following the inbound. And just like that, the Lions have taken the lead 15-14. Caleb Hardy, some fancy dribbling. Driving in the lane, has that one poked away. Boren Dogan, a great job saving from going out of bounds. Now a transition opportunity. Great defense getting back for Trenton Wolf as he pokes it away from Paulus Kozlowskis to avoid what would have been an easy layup opportunity on the left side. A timeout on the floor, a 30-second break taken by Derek Basile. We'll take the 30-second commercial break as well. Back with more of the second quarter here from Inwood.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10's high school basketball broadcast being brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance and the Cider Press Restaurant as our presenting sponsors. Also brought to you by Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, the Mortgage Center, Dynamark Atlantic Security, Ollie's VIP Northside, Art McBee Insurance, and DNN Auto Specialists. And a little bit later, the Palace Lounge post-game show coming up as we will wrap up this one, but still a lot of basketball left to play here.
Well, and a good move by Broadfording after the slow start. They've been able to get a little hot and have been able to finally take their first lead.
Turnover out of the timeout. Musselman quickly working into the offensive end. Caleb Hardy thought about the three and said he's going to go foul line extended on the right side. That one no good, but T.J. Stuckey, the offensive rebound. Now Wolf driving in, kicks it to T.J. Stuckey in the lane. His shot no good, and a defensive rebound for Nikita Panazov.
Tough break for Stuckey. Had a good open shot about 5 feet away in the middle of the lane, but just missed it a little to the left.
Sommerweed working down low. Panazov has it now on the low block. One-handed cross-court pass. Three ball right side. That one no good for Kozlowskis. Defensive rebound for Jordan Holmes. Now Musselman basketball. Holmes with it again. Quickly to Dolman. Now around to Trenton Wolf. Wolf fires a pass down to T.J. Stuckey, who then kicks it out to Dolman. Dolman, about a 10-foot jump shot. That one too strong off the side of the iron, but Stuckey able to get that offensive rebound. A tie-up down low, and the basketball will stay with Musselman.
Yeah, great effort by Stuckey to be able to go up, tip that ball with two guys right around him, kept it alive, and then eventually able to get the tie-up with Kozlowskis. Musselman will keep the ball. They didn't realize it.
Little confusion, yeah. They started going back and playing defense. It was Broadfording Christian who got the ball to start the second quarter, so possession arrow does go to the Applemen. Cal Klepner checking into the game for the first time today. He's got the basketball on the right side. Back out to Dolman, driving in the lane. Great take. Floater just a little too strong off the back of the iron. Rebound for Boren Dogan. 3 minutes remaining before the half here from Inwood.
We've seen a number of those for both of these teams. Ball's just not falling.
Panazov driving in the lane. Baby hook, and that is up and in. And you see the size for Nikita Panazov, but just his first basket of the game. Quickly back the other way. A foul going up for the shot. Going up for the shot was Isaiah Horner. And he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, Horner taking it down the right side of the lane, right towards the rim and right at the big fella, as Panazov a little bit slow in getting back after making the shot on the other end, and he picks up the personal.
Horner 4 points in the game so far. His first free throws. First free throws for Musselman as a team with 2:47 remaining in the first half here. First foul shot too strong off the back of the iron.
No three-pointers yet for Musselman, and now no free throws either, 0 for 1. Let's see if they can get on the board with this foul shot. They've gone cold as Broadfording has warmed up.
Second foul shot, no good, rims out. But a turnover in the backcourt, and Musselman another opportunity. It was T.J. Stuckey. He now gets it back after a great effort down low. And who came in for the tip-in? I believe that was Horner who came in with the right hand.
I believe it was. We'll credit him with the basket.
So he's got 4 points now in the second quarter, and a much-needed basket for the Applemen. 17-16, they're back within one. Little hesitation. Now ball working down low to Panazov. He kicks it out to Zommer Weave. Driving in, thought about the shot, but great defense by Horner. Now Dogan going to drive in. That's a traveling violation that was not called. They're going to say it was blocked on the way up. Little hesitation, driving in on that right side, and Yaroslav Zommer Weave knocks down the jump shot.
He's got 12 points now, leading the way for Broadfording.
Stuckey thought about the shot instead, sends it out to Holmes. Now cross-court pass to Dolman. Dolman, that quickness, driving in the lane. Underhand scoop shot off the right side of the iron, no good, but T.J. Stuckey right there for the offensive rebound. Now Holmes going to try a three from the right wing. That one no good. Driving in is Horner to get the offensive rebound, keeps it up. Stuckey able to send it back out, and Dolman able to keep it alive for the Applemen.
Yeah, great effort on the boards just to keep the ball alive.
T.J. Stuckey, a left-handed hook shot, spin around, and that one Hit the right side of the iron after the glass. No good. 19-16. 3-ball. Just left of straightaway. That one on the front of the iron, back of the iron, and did not fall for Zomer Weave. Loose ball. Dogan had it, and Coach Hirsch for Broadfording Christian able to call a timeout while his team had possession. Good job by Boren Dogan running down that loose basketball. 60-second timeout here. We'll take it as well. Back with more of the second quarter. Right now it is Broadfording Christian leading Musselman 19-16.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Broadfording Christian basketball out of the timeout. 1:20 remaining in the first half. Dogan gets the inbound on the right side. Now sends it back up top to Zomer Weave. He's being guarded by Horner loosely, and right now Broadfording Christian going to slow the pace down. Dogan now with it on that left wing. Goes around the ball screen, now spins back to go towards the top of the lane, picks up that dribble, has a cutter, but that one intercepted by TJ Stuckey working up the sideline. Great defense by Dogan as he gets the turnover. Now goes to the right side. That one too strong off the glass, but an offensive rebound by Tyler Remsburg. He, before going out of bounds, has to just throw it and somehow able to find a teammate. That was Garrett Klein who ran that one down, and another quick timeout taken by Gabe Hirsch. I would have that as already 3 taken in this ball game. It is a 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here. Coming up at the half, we will recap the first half in this one, which will feature a lot of turnovers and a lot of missed shot opportunities, Matt.
Yeah, and I find that one a very interesting timeout. As you said, there's so little time left in this first half, and I know you'd like to get a bucket and have a little momentum going into the locker room, but to spend that third timeout at this moment is a very interesting decision for second-year head coach Gabe Hirsch. Let's see if it pays off, though, if they're able to make something happen and get a bucket with 49 ticks left.
19-16, the Lions have that 3-point advantage here on the road. A team with a little more experience, at least game experience, so far this year. Inbound goes to Kozlowskis. 45 seconds on a running second quarter clock. Goes the opposite of the ball screen, now trying to work around the ball screen by Panazov. Zomer Weave now with it on that right side, tightly guarded by Isaiah Horner. He goes around the ball screen but cannot drive the lane. Once again, Isaiah Horner all over the defensive end of the floor. Ball quickly shot down low, and it's a turnover going off the hands of Paulus Kozlowskis. Musselman now with an opportunity for the last shot in the half. 27.7 ticks on that clock to our right.
Very tough lane to try to get that ball through, and it ended up going off of Kozlowskis. I've got 12 turnovers in this first half now for Broadfording.
Trenton Wolf slowly brings it across that timeline into the front court. And it's pretty clear that Musselman's going to try to hold for something close to the last shot. That's just a few steps in front of midcourt is Trenton Wolf. 10 seconds now, 9 seconds. You would imagine the offensive play getting ready to start now as we have now 5 seconds left. Holmes now to Horner going down low. Dolman had it, bobbled it a little bit, put it up with the right hand, off the glass and in just before the horn. And a big basket down low for Brendan Dolman going in to the half. Musselman back within 1. Their halftime score here from Inwood, 19-18. But it is Broadfording Christian with the lead at the half. A 2-minute break to take back at the studio. When we come back, we'll start to break down this first half. We will also have stats from the first half as well. We're back in 2 minutes. This is West Virginia High School Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandSmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know, you pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078. This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
Cheerleaders on the floor, the halftime entertainment for the family here in attendance. That is the only attendance allowed in Berkeley County, as it is a 19-18 lead for the visiting Broadfording Christian Lions here at the half at Klein Court. And Matt, a lot of missed shots, a lot of missed opportunities, and a lot of turnovers. But early on, Musselman really came out firing. They had a 10-2 run to start this basketball game.
Yeah, 6-0 run before Broadfording. Head coach Gabe Hirsch called a timeout. They did get a bucket to make it 6-2, but Musselman continued on their scoring and pushed that lead, as you said, out to 10-4. At that point, Broadfording began to knock down some shots and crawled their way back into it, down only by 3 at the end of one, 12-9. Eventually worked to their first lead at 15-14, pushed that lead out to 17-14, eventually out to 19-16, and the late bucket by Dolman helping Musselman to draw within one here at the intermission, but trailing 19-18. Relatively low scoring in this first half, and that's because, well, in the first quarter, Musselman held Broadfording to just 9 points, but in that second quarter, Broadfording held Musselman to only 6 points.
The scoring a little more spread out on the Musselman side of the stat sheet. Broadfording Christian, it's pretty much been a one-man show. We'll tell you about those individual numbers on the backside of this next commercial break. Halftime score, Broadfording Christian 19, Musselman 18. We're back in 2 minutes.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandSmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know, you pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Individual stats from the first half. Let's start with Broadfording Christian, where it's been a one-man show. Yaroslav Zamruev, 12 points on the game so far, 7 in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter just before the half. 4 points for Apollos Kozlowskis, a basket for Nikita Panazov, and 1 free throw for Boren Dogan. He went 0 for 1 from the charity stripe. For Musselman, 6 points apiece for Isaiah Horner. He went 0 for 2 from the foul line, and TJ Stuckey 6, all 6 of those coming in the first quarter. A basket in each of the first 2 quarters for Brendan Dolman, and Jordan Holmes hit a basket in the first quarter. He's got 2 points. Matt, some team numbers.
Well, no three-pointers hit by Musselman in that first half. 2 hit for Broadfording, and both of those coming from Zamruev. 1 of 2 from the foul line for Boren Dogan. The only 2 free throws for Broadfording, and 0 of 2 for Isaiah Horner. The only 2 free throws for Musselman. I have got the Appleman with 12 rebounds, Broadfording with 16. I think Musselman's done a very nice job on the boards against some taller guys down inside. Turnover-wise, 12 for Broadfording, but also 9 for the Musselman Appleman. Each team has had some trouble being able to hang on to the basketball. 7 fouls being committed in the first half by the Lions, and just 2 for the Musselman Appleman, and that is a look at some team numbers.
One more 2-minute break to take here in the halftime show. When we come back, we'll see if there's any scores we can get from around the area, and then we are just about ready for the second half of action here from Klein Court. Again at the half, 19-18, Broadfording Christian with a 1-point advantage over the home Musselman Appleman. We're back in 2 minutes.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood. This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Second half just about ready to get underway. It is a 1-point advantage for Broadfording Christian, 19-18. And Matt, what does Musselman have to do in this second half to get some offense going the way we saw early on in that first quarter?
Well, not turn the basketball over. I think otherwise they've done well. They've gotten some good looks. In fact, both teams have had some good looks, whether it's from beyond the arc or even those mid-range jumpers, or both teams have gotten it to the rim, but just have not been able to get those shots to go. One of these two teams has to be able to get that lid off the basket in the second half.
Should be Broadfording Christian basketball, the way the possession arrow looks to start the second half. They've gotten the basketball to start now each of the first 3 quarters. Again, no jump ball in the state of West Virginia this year, part of the COVID protocol. It will be the Lions starting with the basketball. No scores to give you from around the state, as it is just, it's like pulling teeth trying to get scores this year. Certainly different in every aspect of the game. Sommerweave has it on the left side, working in the lane, driving the lane. Great take and finishing with the right hand through some contact. And he starts off just where he left in the first half. He's now got 14 for Yaroslav Sommerweave, but quickly back the other way. TJ Stuckey in the lane, that pass from Isaiah Horner.
There you go. Each team doing what they want to do with the drive to the basket, and then Musselman on the other end getting it to Stuckey, who's having a good game.
Sommerweave going to try the same thing, except this time kick it out to the right side. That 3-ball from the right put up by Paulos Kozlowskis missed everything. A little too strong. Now quickly a transition opportunity for Dolman. That one falls through.
Yeah, there you go. What did head coach Derek Basile tell you in the pregame? He told all of us, I guess you would say. We want to get up and down the floor and get some buckets in transition, and they did that right there.
Apanazov kicks it out to Sommerweave. Now to Dogan straight away. Back over to Sommerweave. You can tell looking down low for Apanazov. He now has the basketball on the low block. Poked away, loose ball. TJ Stuckey able to run it down. Gives it off to Trenton Wolf, who will quickly work it up into the front court. Isaiah Horner driving right side. Off the glass and in. Good transition bucket for Isaiah Horner. And Horner now 8 points in the game.
There you go. Musselman getting the ball to the rim. A very concerted effort in the early going of the third quarter to do just that.
24-21. Musselman back on top. Now a contested 3 from the left side. That one no good for Sommerweave. A rebound on the offensive end by Kozlowskis, but that one poked away. Now transition into the front court. It was Holmes working left to right, but he gets bumped by Boren Dogan, and Dogan will pick up his 3rd foul.
A little too aggressive at that midcourt stripe. Not a real good foul there to pick up the 3rd this early on in our 3rd quarter.
Nothing really gained from picking up that foul.
Not that far from the bucket.
Horner on the right wing, a little hesitation, driving it on Apanazov. High off the glass and in. Isaiah Horner starting very well here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, there you go. We said they'd have to shoot better, get the lid off the basket, and they're doing it by getting to the rim.
Sommerweave looking to work in the lane. Doesn't go. This one tipped away, gotten by Dolman. He quickly in transition back the other way, fights through contact, connects on the bucket. He'll go to the line for 3 the old-fashioned way. That foul going to go on 3-0. Paulos Kozlowskis, his 2nd. And Dolman, a great job on the defensive end, turning it into a bucket on the offensive side.
A quick 10-2 run to open up quarter number 3. Don't know what...
Where'd we see that before this game?
I don't know what Coach Basile said in the locker room at the half, but let's bottle it up and hang on to it for later in the year because they've come out fired up.
Dolman connects on that free throw. Does get that 3 points the old school way. 29-21. Musselman with the advantage. Very strong start to the second half. Sommerweave on the left side, a little hesitation, drives baseline, looking to kick it out to Dogan. Instead, that one picked off by Trenton Wolf. Now quickly back the other way. Holmes driving in, floater in the lane, little Euro step, and he connects on the low block.
There you go. Everybody, again, getting to the rim, getting good looks, and knocking them down. That's now a 13-2 run, and they're getting it done on the defensive end. I've got 4 Broadfording turnovers in this 3rd quarter.
31-21, 5:25 remaining in quarter number 3. Bounce pass down low. Apanazov has it on the low block. He drives in, floater with the right hand. That one no good, and a great box out by TJ Stuckey to get that defensive rebound. Now quickly up to Dolman, left side, left hand off the glass and in. Brendan Dolman with the bucket, and man, I'm surprised we haven't seen a timeout through this run by Coach Gabe Hirsch, and we're not going to see one here. He wants to see what his team can do. Sommerweave straight away, now sends it over on the left side. Dogan had it momentarily, back to Sommerweave.
That run up to 15-2 right now to start this second half.
Remsburg with the basketball, now over to Dogan. Dogan down low to Apanazov, and trying to fight for that basketball was TJ Stuckey, and he's going to get called for a little too much contact down low. That'll be the first foul of the game on TJ Stuckey.
Yeah, and just his first, so you'll take that one in that situation. Broadfording needs a bucket here and not going to get it.
Baseline inbound, that one taken away by Trenton Wolf. Now numbers back the other way. Horner in transition, another basket for Isaiah Horner. He's got 6 quick points, and we're not even halfway through the quarter yet. 35-21, the Applemen out in front.
Every one of these baskets, Matt, have come in the paint at the rim.
Almost taken away again by Trenton Wolf. Dogan able to run that one down. Now working on Wolf in the lane. A traveling violation. Another turnover. Great defense by Trenton Wolf on 13, Boren Dogan.
Had 12 turnovers in the first half for Broadfording, 6 now in the third quarter.
Timeout taken by Broadfording Christian. We will take the 30-second break as well, back with more third quarter action, if I can get that one out when we come back. 35-21 is the Musselman advantage. We're back in 30 seconds.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
35-21, Musselman off to a great start here in the second half over Broadfording Christian. Our halftime score was 19-18. The Lions had the lead over the Applemen. And, Matt, what a third quarter this has been so far.
Yeah, a 17-2 run to get this second half started. And, again, Musselman is doing it by what? Getting to the rim. They have out-hustled Broadfording up and down the floor. They're doing it on the defensive end, forcing 6 turnovers, and on the offensive end with points in the paint.
Holmes driving to the right side, picks up that dribble. Now Stuckey on the left side, low block. That one up and in. Great find by 24 Jordan Holmes, and Stuckey with the finish.
And once again, where was that bucket? In the paint. Great passing.
Something we really didn't expect from this Musselman team, to be able to score so efficiently in the paint in this game. Driving in the lane. That one blocked on the way up, and no, they're going to say it's a foul. Paulos Kozlowskis driving in the lane, and we'll see who they call that foul on. It will be a shooting foul. And that one, I believe, they're going to get on Stuckey. Nope, they're going to say that one on Horner. There was a few jerseys down there, so I wasn't sure who that one was going to be called on. It will be 1-5. Isaiah Horner, his second pair of free throws coming up. First, up and good for Paulos Kozlowskis, his first free throw attempt of the game. Quick substitution as Garrett Klein comes in for Nikita Penisoff. Second foul shot coming up. That one too strong off the back of the iron, and TJ Stuckey gets the rebound, so Kozlowskis goes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Quickly back into the offensive end. Horner going to drive right side, dish it off. Dolman goes up. A foul down low. And that's going to be 2 shots, and I believe that's going to be on Dogan again.
And that would be his 4th foul, putting him very close to fouling out or maybe going to the bench to preserve him for a little later in this game. But once again, a great job as Dolman cut to the basket and was able to get inside of Dogan. And once he got that pass, wasn't much choice there. Give up the bucket or commit the foul.
First foul shot up and good for Brendan Dolman. He's a perfect 2 for 2 on the day so far.
He's got 8 in the quarter, 12 now in the ball game. He has really been a spark in this third period.
Her second foul shot, rather, off the front of the iron, back of the iron, and out of bounds. A ball tipped up in the air. Kozlowskis was there, as was Logan Herring. They're going to say a last one off of a blue jersey. So after Dolman goes 1 of 2 from the line, it's going to stay Musselman basketball, and he's now going to get another opportunity at the foul line. Inbound went to him on the low block as he went up, drew contact, and 2 more coming for Dolman.
And again, Dolman starting outside of the paint, just cutting down this left side of the lane, got in front of a Broadfording player, took the inbounds pass, and again, you're going to either give up an easy bucket or you're going to commit the foul trying to block it.
That foul going to go on Yaroslav Zamruev. That's that first of 2 foul shots up and through for Dolman.
We do see Remsburg come in, by the way, for Dogan, who will sit down with those 4 fouls.
39-22, make that 40-22 as Dolman connects on both foul shots. He is now 4 of 5, 80% from the line on the day, and Musselman now out in front. Only 3 points so far in the quarter for Broadfording Christian, 3:30 remaining in the quarter. Dolman pokes that one out of bounds. The intended target, Paulos Kozlowskis. It'll stay Broadfording Christian basketball, their end of the floor. Bounce pass inbound. That one poked away. Dolman, good defense. As once again, that intended target was Kozlowskis. He never got the basketball. Now Holmes has it. Left side. His three off the side of the iron. No good. Defensive rebound for Remsburg. And he'll bring the ball into the front court. Sends it over to Yaroslav Zommerweave. Now back over to Remsburg. Working down in the corner is Schiffler. Now back around the top. Zommerweave with it. Quickly working the ball, trying to find somebody open, but Musselman playing very, very good defense. As Yaroslav Zommerweave works around the ball screen. He's going to try the three just left of straightaway. That one off the iron, no good. But an offensive rebound. Put back, that one no good for Paulos Kozlowskis. But another opportunity for Broadfording Christian as they get a third chance here. Driving baseline, contested shot. That one a little too strong for Kozlowskis. And now we get a jump ball down low, and that should be Musselman-Appleman basketball. And it is.
Now again, a number of opportunities for Broadfording, just could not get a shot to fall. Musselman continues to battle and eventually gets that held ball.
Corner trying baseline again. This one going for the reverse. No dice off the side of the iron. And Kozlowskis into the front court quickly up to Zommerweave. Little hesitation. Draws contact, counted, and the foul.
He's an impressive player, the senior out of the Ukraine. Tell you. 5 points now in this quarter, 17 in the ball game, and he's the one keeping them in it. He's got well over half their points, 17 of the 24, and a chance for more.
Chance for one more here as Nikita Alpanazov comes in the game, as does TJ Stuckey. One substitution for each team prior to this lone foul shot.
Musselman on fire in this third quarter, a 22-3 run to really blow this one open.
Couple of bounces at the charity stripe for Zommerweave. There is that foul shot. It is up, and it is through. Musselman basketball. Hardy with it on that left side. Little jump step. Can't put a shot up before sending it back out. Holmes had it momentarily. Now to Stuckey just beyond the foul line. Trenton Wolf on that right wing. Now cross court. He has Holmes. Now to a cutting Isaiah Horner. A little bit of a backdoor pass just out of the reach of Trenton Wolf. Turnover for the Applemen with 2:13 remaining in the third.
Hey, they've only had one of those in this third quarter after 9 in that first half. So Musselman a much better job protecting the basketball here in this third quarter.
Remsburg on that left side with it. Going to put up a three. This from the left wing off the side of the iron. That one no good, a little too strong. TJ Stuckey going for the defensive rebound. It carries him out of bounds. It'll stay Broadfording Christian basketball. Far baseline inbound. From our broadcast position, it'll be Remsburg cueing that inbound. So he's going to have to go deep, and he will. Kozlowskis gets that inbound pass on the right wing, looking to drive in on Caleb Hardy, and he will. A contested shot put up, but before that, a traveling violation. Didn't see that one from where we were standing, but our referee a little bit closer to the action, so we'll take his word on it. A turnover for Broadfording Christian.
Yeah, must have shuffled those feet just a little bit.
Stuckey with it just in front of that three-point arc straight away. Now the ball quickly moving around the arc. Hardy going to drive in. That one poked away and run down by Kozlowskis. He will send it across court looking for a Panazov. That one poked away by TJ Stuckey. Now quickly back the other way, a 2-on-1. Horner down low. That one off the back of the iron. Does get it to fall through after the bounce.
8 in the quarter for him, 14 in the ball game. And again, great body control. He was pretty far up under that basket, but still was able to get that shot to go.
42-25, 1:15 remaining in the third quarter, and a foul as Jordan Holmes was going for the steal and a little too much body contact on Jacob Schiffler. For Holmes, that'll be his first foul of the evening.
Fourth team foul of this second half, as each team now has 4 fouls.
Sideline inbound just in front of the Lion bench. Again, that'll be Remsburg sending that inbound into a Panazov. A little further away from the basket than I'm sure he would like that basketball. He now gets it back. Once again, just how big he is. Holds the basketball out with the right hand. Palms it better than just about anybody probably can on this team. Driving left to right was Zommerweave, blocked on the way up by TJ Stuckey. Now back the other way is Trenton Wolf, and he has that one blocked as he was the low man on the totem pole right there. Not a great quality shot driving in down low. It'll stay Musselman basketball. Wolf set to inbound.
Probably the smallest player on the floor in Wolf at 5'7", going up against the tallest player in Panhandle at upwards of 6'7".
Inbounds goes to TJ Stuckey on the right side. That long jump shot no good. Back the other way is another turnover, and that one taken away by TJ Stuckey. 3-on-3. Holmes driving right side, high off the glass. That one doesn't fall. Poked away and tipped away now as Tyler Remsburg brings it into the front court. A very high bounces. I'm not sure whether he was going for a pass or just a high dribble. It eventually gets over to Yaroslav Zamariv on the right low block. That one no good. And now we're getting some sloppy basketball yet again. The intended target was Dolman. Stepping in the way was Nikita Panasov. But before he could use that dribble, took 3 steps.
Wow, 11 turnovers in this third quarter now for Broadfording, giving them 23 on the ball game, and now 3 in this third quarter for 12 in the ball game for Musselman. A little bit sloppy here, as you said, over this final minute of the third quarter. Otherwise, it's been a stellar quarter for the Applemen.
As Wolf brings it across the timeline, we're under 20 to play in quarter number 3. 42-25 is that Musselman lead, and the Applemen going to hold it for the last shot of the quarter, now under 10 seconds. Wolf backs up even closer to midcourt. That offense now starting to work. 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left. 3 seconds on the clock. Dolman driving left side. He's got to put up the shot. The contested jump shot. That up and good at the horn. Brendan Dolman at the buzzer, and that caps off what was a fantastic quarter of basketball, not only for him, but for the Musselman Applemen. One more quarter to play here from Inwood. We'll have it when we come back from this commercial break. Through 3, it is the Applemen 44, the Broadfording Christian Lions 25. We're back in 60 seconds.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Quite a quarter of basketball for the Musselman Applemen, maybe the best one they've played yet early on in this young season. 44-25 as they went off in quarter number 3. About 26 points in that quarter, Matt.
Yeah, and they did again most of the damage in the paint as they took the ball right to the rim.
It'll be Broadfording Christian basketball. Dogan now back in the game with his 4 fouls, leading the point. Left side, Kozlowskis driving in the lane, and a good take. TJ Stuckey bumps him on the way, and Stuckey going to pick up his second foul as Kozlowskis going to go to the line for a pair. So far in the game, Kozlowskis 1 for 2. Those free throws coming in the third quarter. First foul shot, front of the rim, back of the rim, then gets it to fall through. He's now got 7, make that 6 points in the ball game. 44-26. 9 ticks taken off the clock here in the fourth quarter. Is that second foul shot up and good for Paulus Kozlowskis. Little backcourt pressure now for Broadfording Christian. Horner able to send it up to Stuckey, now to Dolman on the left side. Musselman able to break that one pretty easily. Dolman, open 3, left side. Back of the iron, that one no good. Ball tipped around, and it will stay. Musselman Appleman basketball. That one last going off of Warren Dogan just in front of our broadcast position.
Well, Dogan back out there to start this fourth quarter after having to sit for part of that third quarter with 4 fouls.
Trenton Wolf will start that inbound. It is a bounce pass off the inbound to TJ Stuckey on the low block. He had a good look. That one just off the front of the rim, no good. And the offensive end, Remsburg, sends it back to Kozlowskis, being guarded by Brendan Dolman, now working to his right. Bounce pass down to Apanazov. Again, a little further away from the basket than he would like. Passes it in the lane. Now a contested jump shot up and under. That one no good for Zomer Weave. Now back the other way is Caleb Hardy, an open layup and a transition bucket off the glass and in for Caleb Hardy, his first basket of the day.
And once again, Musselman just getting down the floor much quicker than Broadfording as this second half has unfolded.
46-27. Musselman with the lead. We're a minute through the fourth quarter, and Hardy turning good offense into good defense. That one poked away from Dogan. Now a turnover, trying to turn it into offense back the other way. Driving left side, left-handed hook shot off the back of the iron and through. Kozlowskis knocks down that shot.
Now inching his way to double figures, now has 9 points.
Into the front court now is Wolf. Drives in the lane, was looking for a short pass to T.J. Stuckey. That one never got there. Stuckey on the ground. He held possession long enough that Musselman head coach Derek Basil able to call a timeout. Let's take the timeout as well. A 60-second break. We'll take the 1 minute as well. More fourth quarter action when we come back. It's Musselman 46, Broadfording Christian 29. We're back in 1 minute.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com. Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Back at Klein Court, Musselman basketball, baseline inbound for Trenton Wolf. Bounce pass goes into Horner. Loses it momentarily before sending it back into the backcourt for Caleb Hardy. That one rolling away from him. Great effort play by Kozlowskis, able to run that one down. Now a three-ball opportunity. At the right side, no good. That three-ball for Remsburg put up. Offensive rebound by Kozlowskis, and that one tipped on the way up. A good block by T.J. Stuckey, and that one last hitting Kozlowskis on the way out. Musselman basketball. Again, some backcourt pressure now for Broadfording Christian. Musselman able to get it into the front court. Caleb Hardy on the left side driving in, sends it to T.J. Stuckey at the foul line before sending it back around the perimeter. Now Trenton Wolf over to Hardy. Hardy on that left wing. Now straight away with it is Isaiah Horner. Horner over to Trenton Wolf. He'll put up the long jump shot. That one rolls around, does not fall, and a defensive rebound for Kozlowskis. Quickly up to Zamariv on the right side, and some contact, and they're going to get Isaiah Horner with the bump.
Yeah, Horner just a tad late getting to the position, and the contact clearly forcing a call on that one, and how it disrupted the drive. And so now the inbound's coming for Broadfording.
Baseline inbound gets into Kozlowskis on the right side. Loose ball, run down Trenton Wolf. That one poked away by Dolman. Now Wolf into the front court, looking for Dolman. He has that three opportunity on the left side. Left corner three up and good. Brendan Dolman now 13 points on the evening.
He is knocking it down, really playing well.
Aponazov on the low block, being guarded by T.J. Stuckey. Sends it out to Dogan. Dogan just inside that three-point line on the left wing. That one no good. But Zamariv right there for the offensive rebound. Really tipped it up to himself so he could run it down. He'll now try a three in the left corner. That one no good off the iron. Ball tipped up, poked out of bounds. Last touching. We're on Dogan and Broadfording Christian Musselman basketball.
Good defense again by Musselman. They have really picked up their play in this second half, pulling away in this one, thanks in large part to a 22-3 run to start that second half.
5 minutes remaining here in the final quarter. 49-29, Musselman basketball. Cal Klepner picks up his dribble before sending it back to Dolman. Dolman a bounce pass to Wolf on that right wing. Now we'll back it out. Connor Long gets that pass just inside that three-point line on the right side. Trying to work on Aponazov, but nothing there. A big body in his way. Right side driving from the right wing in is Isaiah Horner. And some contact that going to be on number 5, Nikita Panazov, his first foul of the game. And they're going to say a shooting foul.
Panazov kind of shaking his head, and I kind of agree.
What's he supposed to do? Somebody drives into his chest. His hands look completely up to me.
Yeah, there it is. That rule of verticality, as they say, as he had the arms are straight up, but nonetheless gets called for the personal. Horner to the line. I've got him at 15 now, putting that free throw up and through.
Second of the 2 shots. That one too strong off the back of the iron, but a great job by Cal Kleppner just tipping it back into the back court.
Yep, and Horner then able to run it down.
And now that ball poked away from Kleppner. Kozlowskis, a little behind the back pass to Dogan because they can set up the offense for Broadfording Christian. Sommer Weave left side driving into the lane, puts up the contested runner. That off the left side of the iron, no good. Tipped around and getting that rebound down low. Connor Long. A few ticks over 4 minutes in the contest. Right now, all Musselman 52-29. We'll take a ferocious comeback effort for Broadfording Christian to get back in this ball game. A bump, but able to keep the basketball was Horner. Then a bullet pass down low. Long can't connect on the short shot. Running it down in that right corner was Cal Kleppner. Now a great feed from Connor Long. Cutting down into the lane is Isaiah Horner. And Horner, have yourself a night. 17 points.
Well, and again, we have seen Musselman as a whole, but Horner and Dolman especially, cutting to the rim even without the ball, and their teammates finding them for the easy 2.
Kozlowskis down low to Panazov, missed the first shot, but Panazov gets his own rebound. Second opportunity up and good, and Nikita Panazov now just 4 points. You would imagine that with the size mismatch down low, that he would have a much more productive day than he is. A timeout taken by Derek Basil, and this one to get some new legs in. Addie Bronson set to come in the game after this timeout. Just a 30-second break. We will keep it here. Again, the presenting sponsors of our high school basketball coverage this year, Smallwood and Small Insurance and the Cider Press Restaurant. Thank you to them and all of our sponsors helping us bring you high school basketball this year. 31 games in total we will bring you on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Matt, give it to this Broadfording team. They've not hesitated from playing the public schools in our area through the years. Last year they played Martinsburg, Hedgesville, Jefferson, and Washington. Went just 1-6 in those matchups as they dropped a pair against the Dogs and the Eagles. 0-1 against Jefferson. Did go 1-1 against Washington. And they have played Musselman through the years. 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, again in 2017. Haven't played in the last couple of years, but in all, Musselman 7-1 when these teams get together.
That shot blocked on the way up. It was Trent Wolf put that shot up. Kozlowskis blocking that one right back down. He now drives in the lane. That one never got there. I'm sure hitting some hands on the way up. And, yes, last touching a white jersey of Musselman before going out of bounds. Another substitution is coming in the game is Logan Herring, and taking a seat, Brendan Dolman. Baseline inbound. And a great cut down the right side of the lane, up and through on the layup for Zomer Weave, and that was just going by a less experienced player in Addie Branson.
On Zomer Weave, now up to 19 points.
52-33, 2:40 remaining, and ow. Connor Long looking for the laser pass through Nikita Panazov and just hit him right in the gut. Panazov absorbed that one better than I think most would. Cal Kleppner, a little hesitation. He's driving and goes for the underhand scoop shot reverse. That one no good. And Zomer Weave back the other way. Poked away by Kleppner. Now Trenton Wolf able to run it down. Behind the back dribble. Nice and fancy as they bounce pass to Kleppner. A little hesitation off the glass and in. Kleppner very scrappy out there today, Matt.
Calvin Kleppner able to get his first bucket of the night with that hesitation move to get the defender in the air and then free himself up to kiss it in off the window.
54-33, just over 2 minutes remaining as Nikita Panazov, a baby hook in the lane. He's now got 6. Whistle blows. And do we have a timeout taken? No, we have a foul. Right near midcourt, well away from the basketball.
Yeah, something up with Boren Dogan. Not 100% sure. I get a little frustrated, I guess, having fouled out of this one. His evening coming to a close, and he's got to be one tired young man. He played a good bit in that JV contest as well. As you mentioned earlier, that you're looking at a situation where not a real deep roster for JV and varsity.
And a bunch of younger kids now in for Broadfording Christian as we have 1:40 left in this game. Wolf looking down low. That's Long on the right side. Missed that one just a little short in the rebound for Jacob Schiffler. He brings it into the front court on the left side. Now passes over. That's Kerr with it. He's going to put up the three. That one no good. Connor Long gets the defensive rebound.
Keep an eye on Schiffler. He knocked down some threes in that JV game as well. A lot of these young guys out there right now have seen this floor already this evening.
Yes, they have. Lepner gives it off to Herring. Now working it around the horn. Wolf has it on that right wing. Thought about a three. Instead going to slow it down as we near 60 seconds remaining in the contest. Wolf working in, and a great no-look pass down low, finishing on the right side. Connor Long, his first bucket of the evening, as we're under a minute to play here at Klein Court.
And another bucket in the paint for Musselman.
Schiffler on the right side. He's going to try a three from the right corner, and Matt right on cue knocks it down.
Yeah, we saw him knock down a few in that JV contest. He's got great range.
56-38. 35 seconds remaining in the game, and Musselman going to improve to 1-1 on the season. Good second half for the Applemen.
Yep.
Definitely something to build on.
Yeah, it's hard to believe when you look at that score. They were down by 1 at the intermission. They trailed 19-18.
And the Applemen looking like they're just going to dribble this one out with 15 seconds left. Nothing more to prove here offensively. As Wolf just dribbling this one out. 7 seconds left, 6 seconds left. 5 on that clock now. And the Applemen are going to pick up their first win of the season. Final score in this one as the horn sounds, 56-38. And Musselman improves to 1-1. Broadfording Christian going to make the trip north on 81 with a tough loss. A 2-minute break to take. When we come back, we'll get into the post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge. We will recap the scoring in this, give you some stats, and set up what is next for Musselman and what is next in our broadcast as well. That coming up after this break. Again, final here from Klein Court this evening. Musselman gets the win, 56-38 over Broadfording Christian Academy. We're back after this timeout.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together. Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Welcome back into the Palace Lounge post-game show. The Palace Lounge located on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. Visit their Facebook page for a list of daily specials and a full menu. Well, Matt, a game of two halves, if you will. It was a great start for the Applemen, but they found themselves down at the half before really rallying in the third and fourth quarter to go on for an impressive win.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, very interesting how it all played out as Musselman got the fast start, a 6-0 lead, forcing Broadfording into a timeout. They get a bucket, but Musselman pushes it out to 10-2 before Broadfording begins to put together a little run. At the end of one, it was a 3-point lead for the Applemen at 12-9, but in quarter number two, Broadfording outscored Musselman 10-6, and as a result, well, the Lions had the lead 19-18 at the half. But the start of the third quarter was all Musselman. They played great on the defensive end, forcing turnovers. They hustled Broadfording down the floor, beat them up and down the floor, and got a bunch of points in the paint. They went on what was a 22-3 run, ultimately outscoring Broadfording 26-6 in that third quarter. The Applemen led 44-25 at that point. In the fourth quarter, Broadfording actually gets the better of Musselman 13-12, but in the end, it's an 18-point Appleman victory, 56-38.
That's the final score. We'll tell you who helped get you there with some final stats, both team and individual, in our next segment of the post-game show. But first, a 2-minute break to take, then we're back with more. Again, your final from here at Klein Court, Musselman 56, Broadfording Christian 38. We're back after this.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Shh, sorry. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandSmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TripsFloorSanding.com. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
Time to take a look at some of the numbers from this one. A 56-38 win for Musselman over Broadfording Christian, with some individual numbers for the Lions of Broadfording Christian. Leading the way for them, it was a excellent night for Yaroslav Zamruev. He finished with 18 points in the contest, 9 for Paulos Kozlowskis, 6 for Nikita Panazov, 3 for Jacob Schiffler, and 1 for Born Dogan. Let's go to Musselman individuals for them. Leading the way for the Musselman Appleman. Brendan Dolman, 19. Isaiah Horner, 17. 10 points as well for TJ Stuckey. Those were the 3 in triple digits for Musselman. Also 4 points for Jordan Holmes, and a basket apiece for Connor Long, Caleb Hardy, and Calvin Klepner. That's some team numbers.
All right, let's start with Musselman. They knocked down 1 3-pointer in the game. That was from Brendan Dolman, and it came in the fourth quarter. The Applemen go 5 of 9 from the foul line. That is 56%. Broadfording hit 3 threes in the ballgame, 2 from Zamruev and 1 from Jacob Schiffler. They go 5 of 7 from the foul line. That is 71%. 13 fouls committed by the Lions, 8 fouls by the Applemen. It was Broadfording winning in the rebounding category unofficially 33-26, but also Broadfording had 26 turnovers in this one, 12 in the first half. We had 14 more in that second half. Great job by that Appleman defense. Musselman, a little struggle with it as well. The game did get sloppy at times as the Applemen finished with 15 turnovers. Musselman now 1-1, and for the Lions, somewhere around 6 wins and 9 losses, the way this season has been playing out for them.
One final break to take as that wraps up our stat portion of the Palace Lounge post-game show. After this final step away, we will tell you what's next for our broadcast team, also what's next for the Musselman, Appleman, and Broadfording Christian. And what's next on our airwaves? We're sending you to some March Madness, if you will, some conference tournament action, all that coming up next. Your final in this one, 56-38 Musselman over Broadfording Christian. We're back after this.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
One final segment, today's Palace Lounge post-game show. The Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. See a full list of daily specials and a full menu on their Facebook page. Just search the Palace Lounge. Well, Matt, coming up next for the Musselman Applemen. Their next 3 look like this. On the 12th, they will be at Sharando. The 15th, they're right back here against the Sharando Warriors. And on the 17th, they are at Klein Court, that's right here, taking on the Washington Patriots. What is up next for this Broadfording Christian team?
Officially up next for them is this Thursday when they will entertain the Spring Mills Cardinals. This weekend they'll get back into that non-official league play that we talked about way back in the pregame show. And then on the 22nd, they are at Washington. The 25th, they will host Washington. And on March the 29th, they will entertain these Musselman Applemen. And those teams, matchups, I should say, against Berkeley County teams are the remaining official games left on that Broadfording schedule.
All right, that is going to wrap up our broadcast, but first we want to remind you that our next broadcast will be Thursday, our first girls game of the year. It'll be Berkeley Springs at Hedgesville. Jim Klein, Colin McLaughlin will have the call on that. You can catch that one the same places you catch all the boys' games, TV10, WRNR TV on YouTube, and depending on what's going on with the tournament, although I know with WVU playing, that should be a radio broadcast as well on Thursday,
It
correct?
should be, because the Mountaineers actually play at 11:30 in the morning with a 10:30 pregame on radio.
So on all of our broadcast entities, you can catch some high school girls basketball action on Thursday. Again, it's Berkeley Springs taking on Hedgesville. Well, big thanks to all the folks here at Klein Court. Athletic Director Steve Campbell, Principal Holly Klepner, and both head coaches for some pregame interviews, stats, and rosters. For Colin McLaughlin back at the studio, John Alderton has been our TV10 cameraman. For Matt Miller, I am Matt Crawford, reminding you one final time the final score from Klein Court today: Musselman 56, Broadfording Christian 38. This has been West Virginia high school basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 on our radio airwaves. We now send you to some conference tournament action, the West Coast Conference game.
You've been listening to West Virginia high school basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, 121 Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, just off Exit 5 in Wood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring, 6342 Winchester Avenue, Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, 105 Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center, 115 Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Holly's VIP North Side at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. And D&N Auto Specialist off Tavern Road, Martinsburg.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.